Before the sun had fully risen over the eastern United States, the feral hogs were already moving, slipping like shadows across the fields, rooting, tearing, and wreaking havoc before most households brewed their first cup of coffee. For professional hunters like us, this is the hour between darkness and daylight, the hour that tests whether instinct still lives in your bones or whether time has softened you. Every move out here is more than a hunt. It's a battle of wits against animals driven by instinct, survival, and sheer destructive force. These hogs aren't just pests. They are invaders, intelligent, adaptable, and capable of turning thousands of dollars worth of crops into mulch overnight. And on mornings like this, when they surge across the land in numbers, you understand why our work matters. After 3 straight days of tracking and observation, watching footprints harden in the soil, studying the fresh mud stains on tree trunks, noting the trails they favored at dawn, I had learned the habits and movement patterns of this group. Today, my team and I decided to test whether our skills and instincts had dulled or whether the spirits of the old hunters still lived in us. Less than a minute of waiting, I saw it, the first shifting shadow moving along the edge of the tree line. It emerged slow, deliberate, unaware. As if expecting it all along, there was no surprising me, only admiration for the skill and patience required to face such sudden, destructive threats. The first clear victory came fast. 1 clean shot, 1 threat neutralized. But the forest never sent just one. Within moments, more hogs emerged, scattered individuals, then clustered groups pushing forward like a dark tide. In open terrain like this, everything comes into view quickly. Every movement, every ripple of leaves, every shifting patch of grass revealing another target. From the edges of the field, herds and lone hogs began pressing toward the crops. I couldn't stop them all myself, but I didn't need to. They were moving straight toward John's kill point. True to form, John controlled the situation flawlessly. The impending threat about to flood the field was cut down with surgical precision. For a moment, watching him work, you understood what separates seasoned hunters from amateurs. Calmness, patience, absolute focus. Our defensive line was deployed perfectly. From the outer edges of the field to deep inside the ambush points, my teammates held their positions. Each one had a job. Each one knew exactly what to do. For hours, we maintained the trap, our silhouettes blending with the grass, our breaths timed with the rustling wind. The battle lasted only a few hours, but by the end, the message was clear. Any intruder would think twice before crossing these fields again. On the western side of the field, I held my position with two others. Silence returned, but vigilance remained sharp. Then, out of nowhere, a deep bark ripped through the air. A massive hog, a true monster, easily weighing over 200 kilograms, charged out of the brush. You can imagine what kind of destruction an animal like that could unleash if we hadn't reacted in time. In a split second, we steadied our rifles, drew our breath, and fired. One precise shot ended what could have been a devastating strike. Moments like that remind you why we do this. Why this work matters. Why this team matters. At the decisive moment, John's refined technique and steel nerves shone again. His shots weren't just accurate, they were decisive. Every bullet eliminated a threat before it even had time to form into disaster. Even the craftiest hogs, those that lurked behind bushes, using natural cover to their advantage, couldn't make a move without falling under John's crosshairs. This wasn't just skill. It was command, authority, control over chaos. Before the dust settled, new targets appeared from the far tree line. Without hesitation, we handled each one, even the smallest shadows darting between shrubs. Every pull of the trigger carried weight, a duty to protect the crops, safeguard the local community, and restore peace to farmers who had suffered too long under the nightly destruction these hogs inflicted. After years away, returning to my homeland was a storm of emotions. My heart sank when I saw the cassava fields ripped apart, ravaged, devastated, as though a hurricane had torn through. The culprits were clear: wild boars. Their tracks were everywhere, their destruction unmistakable. In that moment, a resolve hardened inside me. Order must be restored. The next morning, we, the hunters of the village, gathered for the largest organized hunt our land had seen in years. We returned to the field at dawn. The air was thick with humidity, the smell of damp earth and crushed leaves rising as the sun crept upward.
If you'll enjoy this video, please like and subscribe my channel for more information.